The story of Lucifer's rebellion is well known, but does the Bible really say that he was the first to rebel against God? No verse explicitly states this. Or was there an alias full, silent, hidden between the lines? This single question opens an abyss. Before man existed, celestial worship and hierarchy were already in place, for angels are spirits serving God, as clearly stated in Hebrews 1 verse 14. Tradition sees Lucifer as the first to revolt, yet Scripture never says this. Others may have preceded him. The biblical silence leaves room for apocryphal texts and Jewish traditions. Evil existed before him. Various angels, eternal order, then rupture. Tradition mentions Azazel, Shemihazah, Samuel, and even older rebellion. The accounts of Azazel, Shemihazah, and Samuel do not merge with Lucifer's story. They run parallel, like echoes of distinct falls, at different times and for different reasons. Genesis 6 verses 1 to 4 shows the sons of God descending to the daughters of men. Human wickedness immediately exploded, so much that God declared in Genesis 6 verse 5, "The wickedness of man was great on the earth, and every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil all the day." Were these sons of God already fallen? Did they belong to a rebellion prior to Lucifer's, obeying another leader? Heavenly evil may not have arisen from a single act, but from multiple transgressions. Pride for some, carnal desire for others, spiritual arrogance for yet others. Free will existed among angels. Heaven, before man, already knew tension, choices, and risk. Lucifer may not have been the first, but he was the most spectacular, the most visible. Others had gone before him in the shadows. Among them was Azazel, the first cast into the abyss. His name appears discreetly in the scapegoat ritual in Leviticus 16 verses 8 to 10. The animal bore all Israel's sins and was sent into the wilderness for Azazel, associated with impurity and final separation. The Book of Enoch reveals him fully. Azazel, leader of the rebellious Watchers, taught humans the art of forging swords, shields, and armor. He revealed the metals of the earth, sorcery, vanity, and enchantments, as detailed in Enoch 8:1-3. He transgressed sacred boundaries, delivered secrets meant to remain heavenly, and defiled creation. Azazel's fall differs from Lucifer's, not pride, but the mortal corruption he spread on earth. His punishment was immediate and unique, bound in the desert of Judea, face veiled, buried under sharp stones until the day of judgment, then cast into fire, as God commanded Raphael in Enoch 10:4-6. The abyss already existed, inhabited long before Satan was cast there, for even the demons begged Jesus, according to Luke 8 verse 31, "Do not command us to go into the abyss." Shemihazah led another rebellion, born of carnal desire. 200 watchers swore on Mount Hermon to unite with the daughters of men, as recounted in Enoch 6:1-6. They left their heavenly domain, fathered the Nephilim, revealed weapons, sorcery, astrology, and enchantments. The earth sank into violence and occultism. The flood came to erase this corruption from heaven as much as from men, for God saw, according to Genesis 6 verse 5, that the wickedness of man was great on the earth. Azazel's silence is not omission but warning. If he was already bound, how many others lie sealed in the abyss? Shemihazah did not seek to rule, he sought flesh. His pact was a low, earthly fall, older than Lucifer's dramatic war. Thus, heaven experienced multiple successive ruptures, each with its own judgment. The angels of Shemihazah were already judged, bound in darkness until the great day, as Peter affirms in 2 Peter 2 verse 4. God did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them into hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved for judgment. Satan, however, still acts. Therefore thus proceeds the famous rebellion. Shemihazah descended of his own accord, driven by carnal desire, sealed an earthly pact, and ended up bound forever, as confirmed in Jude 6. The angels who did not keep their own domain, but abandoned their proper dwelling, he has reserved in everlasting chains under darkness for the judgment of the great day. But another name already prowled, Samuel, the primordial accuser. From Eden, sometimes identified with the serpent itself, he embodied death and lies long before the fall of the anointed cherub. Silent, active opposition, pre-existing. Man's fall was not solely the work of Lucifer. Another intelligence spoke to Eve. denying the promised death and accusing God of hiding the truth. As Genesis 3 verses 4 to 5 recounts, "You will not surely die, for God knows that the day you eat of it your eyes will be opened." Ancient Jewish tradition sees Samuel behind this voice, already rebellious before the fall described by Isaiah. Highly placed, accuser, bearer of death, he was never cast out nor chained. He still acts as servant of justice or tempter, as seen in Job 1 verses 6 to 12, where the accuser appears before God. Samuel is not the proud one who sought to exalt himself. He is the subtle accuser, the provocateur who causes man to stumble without ever having been cast out or chained. He still acts, operating between justice and temptation, a bearer of death since Eden, as Hebrews 2 verse 14 states, so that through death he might destroy him who has the power of death, that is, the devil. Then comes the long silence of Scripture. Between creation and the prophets, no line explains the origin of heavenly evil. The serpent already appears corrupt, already cunning, as noted in Genesis 3 verse 1. Now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field. Evil pre-existed the garden. Isaiah and Ezekiel finally reveal the fall of the perfect cherub who became iniquitous, adorned with precious stones, present in Eden as a fallen witness rather than a tempter, as written in Ezekiel 28 verses 13 to 15. "You were in Eden, the garden of God. You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created, until iniquity was found in you." God delayed this revelation. The mystery unfolds gradually, when eyes are ready. The silence is not empty. It protects. Evil was not born with man. It already roamed the heavens. Several rebellions preceded it. Corruption, lust, accusation. Lucifer is not the first. He is only the most striking. Thus, the revelation waited centuries. Behind the king of Babylon or Tyre hides the original fall of the morning star, as Isaiah 14 verse 12 proclaims, "How you have fallen from heaven, O morning star, son of the dawn." God's plan unfolds in stages, keeping the essential veiled until the appointed time. The names Azazel, Shemihazah, Samuel remain at the edge of the canonical text. They live in the shadow of traditions. The silence between Genesis and Isaiah is not forgetfulness, but an invitation to dig deeper. Revelation 12 finally unveils the long-forgotten war in heaven, Michael and his angels against the dragon and his angels, as written in Revelation 12 verses 7 to 9. "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the great dragon was thrown down." The dragon does not invade. He is already there, with his angels, proving that a long period of permissiveness preceded the final expulsion. There was no longer any place for them in heaven, declares Revelation 12 verse 8. Heaven is purified. The accuser who accused the brethren day and night is cast down. The heavenly voice proclaims, according to Revelation 12 verse 10, "Now has come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ, for the accuser of our brethren has been cast down." Is this war the first fall or the final expulsion? Both readings are possible. What is certain is that the heavenly rebellion did not occur in a single act, but in multiple waves, with multiple leaders and judgments. Michael, protector of Israel, first purifies heaven before the earth, as announced in Daniel 12 verse 1. Michael, the great prince who stands watch over the sons of your people, shall arise. The dragon pursues the woman and her offspring. The ancient enmity of Genesis 3 verse 15 finds its cosmic fulfillment here. Thus ends the long cycle of tolerance. The accuser loses access to the throne forever. The war of Revelation 12 is not only future. It concludes the long chapter of multiple rebellions that began long before Lucifer. Everything converges, Azazel already chained, Shemihazah in darkness, Samuel still accusing, and finally the dragon cast out forever. Heaven breathes pure again. It contemplates eternal realities, where past, present, and future converge. This battle may be the memory of a primordial conflict, part of ancient events that marked heaven. Not all rebels were expelled, some were sealed. In Revelation 9 verses 1 to 11, an angel receives the key to the abyss, opens it, and confined creatures emerge under the reign of a king, not Lucifer, but Abaddon, the destroyer. As Revelation 9 verse 11 states, they had as king over them the angel of the abyss, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek, Apollyon. The same pattern appears in 2 Peter 2 verse 4. God did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them into hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved for judgment. This is not Satan, but another group, fallen before its time. In this abyss, someone reigns, Abaddon, the destroyer, distinct from Satan, commanding the prisoners. The creatures he sends to torment humanity obey this king, announcing judgment. The abyss existed before the known story, a hierarchy already established. Abaddon may be one of the earliest rebels, ancient and powerful, still sealed. Above all, Jesus remains the conqueror of the accuser, holder of the keys of death and Hades, as he declares in Revelation 1 verse 18. I was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore, and I hold the keys of death and Hades. His love calls each one to return to the light,